Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's Nick from UCARS. We're back again this year. Happy New Year, if I haven't posted since then. But we're back in the garage with the RS. We talked previously about the car where we did a track day again on it. And we kind of torched the brakes a little bit more than I would have liked. They got hot again on the second session, as you saw in that video before. But now we're gonna go address the brakes, and we're actually going to announce that we actually picked up a sponsor, another sponsor. It is BBO, or Battleborn Offroad. They have been kind enough to actually get me some new brakes this time. This time though, I'm not gonna be changing the rotors. The rotors are fine. It's we're thinking that it is the pads and probably something else later on. But today we are changing over our brake pads from Hawk 5.0 pads to EBCs. And it's not just any EBCs, these are actually blue. These are the EBC blues. And it's funny that this actually, I think these are the back ones. This is like the, it says that it's actually for a Saab for the rear. These are actually designed for this car, and then actually the fronts, it's like something totally different. It says it's for a RS. So yeah, this time we're going to be changing our brakes to EBCs. The brake pads, actually, the front pads are pretty much done. But thank you to today's sponsor for this video, which is Battleborn Offroad, BBO. Go ahead and check their store out in the link right here and in the description below. Check out their stuff for more parts, not just any parts too, not just brakes, but you can also eventually, I might as well get it out of the way now. Car needs a new clutch, because now when I get in the car and I hit the clutch, it only engages a little bit higher than before. So it about engages like right about here instead of being about midway about there. So it engages like right about there. Yeah, about that. So I don't know if you guys saw that actually. Let me try that. So usually it engages right about, so that's all the way to the floor. Usually engages like about there, about halfway, about mid halfway. It actually kind of engages up. I don't know if you can see it. It's like right about here. Can't really tell. Anyway, yeah, so eventually this car is going to get another clutch. I am going to be using another ACT clutch, Advanced Clutch Technologies. I'm going to be using their clutch system for the car again, because I'm just going to do a whole replacement, and there's going to be a whole lot of other things that are coming for this car so that we can get it ready for the next track day. But yeah, that's how it goes when you have a car that you're going to be taking to the track. You go through a lot of parts pretty quickly. So I'm going to have to get this car in the air, and then I'm going to start changing all the brake pads and stuff, which should be relatively easy. If you want to do your rear pads, I do suggest that you go to your local Harbor Freight and go ahead and pick up a kit like this. This is basically for the rear calipers. So that way you can push on it. I'll show you. You push up on it, and then it retracts it back in. It's a whole thing. But anyway, I'm gonna get this car in the air, start doing all the things. You already know how to take off your wheels. If not, just take the wheels off, and then obviously you can get to the other stuff. I'll show you how easy it is. Let's go. Easy stuff. I need to take off the other wheel on the other side, so that way it's easier on me. But easy enough, I think. Alright, now that you can see the pads as well as the clips that retain it. So what you'd have to do is you get a 13 on a ratchet, undo the back bolt right here. There's a rod that goes all the way through it, and then you knock it out with a roll pin, or the punch for that pin there. So we're going to undo this real quick. Shouldn't be that tight. Oop. I'm off. Alright, cool. There it goes. Undo that. Looks like the pin's already being pushed out. I mean, it makes sense. I replaced all these clips. I replaced this clip, the pins, all the hardware previously. But not bad, I guess. Oh, looks like I don't need to do anything. Push down on that clip. Push it out. There goes that bolt. So when you reinstall these, especially this, you see how there is a flat? So the flats will go on the flat side of each side. The rounded portions of it will stick out towards the front and to the rear. Flats are up and down. So that's out. And the fun part of knocking out the roll pins, which, I mean not roll pins, but the retaining pins, shouldn't be that bad. Just kind of put it on there and give it a little tap. Tap, 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 tap. Till they come out. You literally pull it out, put that on the side, grab the other pin, knock this bad boy out. That kind of just flops over. Oh yeah. And the pins are straight, which is good. This clip is pretty new, so put that on the side, and then you can just lightly, gingerly pull these out, if it'll let me. Maybe not. I might have to actually undo the caliper to go get it. We'll see. Usually you should be able to just yank them out. And then eventually I'm going to have to use this tool, the spreader tool. It has a little ratchet to spread open the pistons. There you go. Okay. Not bad. Oh, it's kind of shiny. Kind of hot. So it got hot and started peeling off the paint that was on the back of it. But put these on the side. Those are hawk pads. Not bad. Pull these bad boys out. Whew. Oh wow. Yeah. Little ooh, oh, okay. There's that. Yeah. Well, that might be part of the problem. It's a little shiny on the front, the sides of the rotor. We'll go into that later. But there you go. These pads are out. Not bad. Still got some decent health left in it. Oh wow. Actually, hold it up. I don't know if you guys can see that. Right there. See that? It might have got way too hot and started melting it. Yeah, I think that's exactly what happened. Started melting it, or something got on there. Okay, I got it now. I didn't think I'd have to take it off this time. Nope, I gotta take it off. That's fine. This is fine. No, it's not. Gotta go in there deep like. So I had to kind of angle it in there to push the pistons apart. And I'm just gonna crank on it until they're flush in their little housings, which I think I didn't really get a good placement. Yeah. So I have it positioned off at an angle like this, so that way I can get the top piston over here, and I can get the bottom piston where this bottom portion is. So yeah, I had to do that. So yeah, basically for the front, that's it. You just gotta do that and then undo this, undo that lever, and crank it out until it releases again. Give me my tool back. Give me my tool back. There we go. And it just comes out like that. And then I can stuff this bad boy back in. Put this bolt back in the back. These bolts for the caliper to the knuckle is a 18 millimeter, if you guys are wondering. So it's 18 mil. You get that out, and then yeah, you could technically put this back in, and then I gotta grab those pads and then throw them in there. And we can see a side by side what the new pads look like versus what came out. Here's our old pads. They're kind of melted here and there in places, like all over the place actually. Yeah, there we go. I don't know if you can see it very well. Focus on the pads. There you go. All right, yeah, you can kind of see it on the edges. See how it's kind of bubbling up here and there? Yeah. Yeah, I think I got them a little too hot. I think I may have gotten them out of their heat range or whatnot. Because, yeah, I think these are toast. But now, time for some EBCs. What I went with are stickers. I went with EBC blue pads. That's what I went with. So, okay, weird. Wow. So, in comparison, these are the old pads, new pads. Well, it looks like it has a little bit more surface area, to be honest. Yeah, it kind of looks like it has more surface area. A little bit. No, yeah, it does. Definitely does. But there's more grooves. There's a bigger groove between the Hawk 5.0 versus the EBC Blue. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to actually read up what this actually has on it. But unfortunately, Hawk pads are quieter. They're more streetable pad. You can use them on track. Obviously, I did. I got stop type rotors is what I have on mine. They're slotted. These are not street pads. Well, technically, you can drive these on the street, but these will screech a lot from what I'm told. But because I'm going to be using this car on track more often, yeah, I think it was about time to change to blues. And I just realized that actually that color blue is pretty dang close. Pretty dang close to that. Look, you can, there's the blue versus the blue car in the background. Yeah, it's actually pretty dang close. Yeah, I'm gonna be testing it this week, or actually just bedding them this weekend or this coming week to yeah, to try these out. I mean, I am actually intrigued. I don't know what to expect out of these pads besides more squeak. But I mean, at this point, I don't think I can help it, just because I just need to upgrade. I needed to upgrade these pads. Yeah, let's get these pads in, and then we'll go from there. I'm gonna probably put some grease on this on the backing, so that way it doesn't get stuck like, you know, all the other ones. But yeah, let's just throw them in there. Stick it through. Oh, grab the other one. There we go. Ouch. Ouch. Flat side on the bottom, to the bottom, and then of course to the top. It's gonna be fun because I have to push this in. Spring clip. Push that. There we go. Oh, okay, that's not as painful as before, but man, do those brake pads really match with the calipers. It's actually pretty funny. Get your 13 millimeter on the back. Oop. And just crank away. Tighten this guy back in. And give it some good and tight German torque standard. Give it that good. Okay. That's in. Make sure those pins are in, that spring clip is in, that's not shaking. Alright, cool. Rinse, repeat. I'm gonna do the other side and then we'll move on to the back side.
Sleep, yeah. Only miss you when I'm breathing in too deep, yeah. Am I just your little secret? I didn't hear the sirens. I didn't want to see the warning signs, and now I pay the price, yeah.
Nice when you have all the good tools. Alright, so now with everything off on the back, 7mm hex key, that's on here, 7mm. Pop the cap off on the back of this right here. That's one of the mount bolts. Oh, also, make sure you pull the e-brake and make sure you put it down, but also chock your front. So I need to do that. I forgot about that. And then go ahead, get a trim tool or something, or with me, I was able to just kind of get a nail into there, kind of, and pull the cap off. There, just like that. Cap comes right off. Put that on the side. Grab ratchet. Crank this off. It's a 7mm. Stick it inside of there. Crank it off. Make sure you're actually going off. Loosen it off, and then I have a awesome Milwaukee electric ratchet. I'm gonna switch this up. Grab this guy. Make sure I'm going in the correct direction. And I gotta pull this clip off, which I think I can just pull it off with my hands. There you go. You may or may not need like a trim tool or a wrench or something along those lines to pull this little spring off of this part right there. But take the spring off, and then be able to just wiggle it off like that. Just back and forth motion. You should be able to wiggle it off. Wiggle. Wiggle. Come on, let me have it. Give it to me. Come on. Give it to me. Come on. Oh. Remember the back of the springs for your pads. The back. That's the back. This is usually the front. This one's kind of melty too. Alright, so this is way later, but I lost footage of this kit, the brake disc retractor kit, or the brake pad. So I was basically pushing the piston back in. So what I do have is it comes in like this little T right here. So what you need to do for this, you gotta take off this little disc that's on the back of it. So once you take that off, you gotta undo this side. Take this rod out. So from here, right, retract it a little bit, put your brake, simulated brake pad, put that in there, like so, and then get your rod, put it back in, put that little retainer back in, and then what I used for the RS, if I remember correctly, I think it was like a 3, you have to check, but it's a little prong that's on there. If it'll focus on it, there you go. It's a little prong that goes into the piston of the caliper on the rear calipers. And then what you do is you stick that pad on the side of the caliper, the part that has that kind of like looks like a little C shape, put that on there. And then what you do is you tighten it, and then as you tighten it, because it's holding tension, right? As you tighten it, it'll start to spread or push on top of the back of the caliper, while this is pushing and rotating that piston in. So as you see, it's starting to retract a little bit. So basically that's what I did for the rear. Unfortunately, I lost that footage. So you didn't get to see that, but you did see me kind of like try to take this out after. So back to the video. I had to use a 22 to crank this off. I was holding on the rod and then cranked it loose. Now I can loosen it off. Come on. No, go the wrong way. There we go. Release you. I release you. Let go. Get back. There you go. Slide this back on. Like so. Like that. Just like that. And then just go ahead and start your 2 bolts on the back. And then your rear is pretty much done. Once your rear is done, well, once I got both of these in, and then yeah, go from there. They're that's pretty much it. Actually, that's it. So yeah, I'm gonna finish this side, and then I'm gonna go back to the other side and finish that, and then we'll come right back. So. Alright, well that is the end of this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I hope you guys like this video and subscribe, because there is a lot more content coming for that car. And as we get ready for actually the next time that this car is actually going to go see the track, but to get there I need to go replace a few items that are in need of changing. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If so, make sure you guys hit that like and comment also down below. See you know, makes some suggestions about what to do or what else to do besides what's obvious, which is the clutch and flywheel, which should be not this next video but probably the following video. We'll see how that goes, but yeah, this is Nick from UCARS, and I will check you guys later. See ya.
'Cause when it's all over, the love that you give